The more the town came after us, the more conservatives came out of the woodwork to support us. Like on a lot of days during COVID, we would do 2 and 3 times a normal day. I think that was the other reason they came out of the woodwork, is they didn't, the village council and our manager didn't want the word to get out that it's profitable to respect medical freedom.
What the media was trying to do and what our village manager was trying to do, they were trying to control everybody by fear. And that works with it when you own your own business, because that's your money. That's how you pay your bills. And so if you are threatening an entrepreneur to say, I'm gonna shut you down if you don't do this, that entrepreneur now has to make a decision. Do I comply with the fear and with what the authority is telling me? Or do I not comply and take a risk? And that also then became political. It also became something where people would start saying you're not a Christian because the Bible says that you should follow authority. It became this, you must not care about people, you're killing people, you're evil. And then it also became, thank you so much for not making us do what the government is asking us. And so it was this big flip, like people that we had known forever. We've grown up in Granville. We had met here. We purchased Knuckleheads because it was a love story. All these things that were so happy and great memories had now turned into this chaos.
We remind everybody that there are times when someone, you may see someone in a store who has a very good reason for not wearing a mask. It may not be a huge number of people, but I think we should treat them with respect and love. And not assume that they're just not wearing a mask just because they don't want to wear a mask. Each person has different medical situation. And so I just think that it's important for all of us to remember that.
Those of us who aren't born in America, those of us who came from another country, we recognize symbols of attacks on liberty and freedom much more than people who maybe been here for 3 or 4 or 5 generations. So when a government tells you your job's essential, your job's not, your business is essential, your business is not, when they tell you what you have to do, how to behave, how to control your speech, those are things we're familiar with. Those aren't things that are new to us because we've seen those things in other countries. A large central government does not work, because the decisions that are made in a far-off capital will never be right for the local people. So one of the things that I want to achieve in Washington is to drive power out of Washington, D.C. into as close a place to local control as possible. So this idea that in America, for the first time openly, somebody's saying to you, under the guise of a virus that's, while serious, was not serious enough to undermine the bedrock of what America is about, which is freedom and liberty. That was incredibly shocking to me. And what was even more shocking, honestly, was how many people just went along with it.